Hello, and welcome to the networking presentation. My name is Jamie Lewis-Falah, and I'm a career advisor within the Center for Career Exploration and Success. The Career Center staff is eagerly awaiting you. Here you can meet with your career advisor, participate in mock interviews and informative events, and even connect with employers who are excited to recruit you. Many more resources are available on our website at www.miamioh.edu. In this video and beyond, I invite you to explore, prepare, and connect the ways you can drive your career goals and how we can support them. The Career Center is located in 0045 Armstrong Student Center. Also, visit our website at www.miamioh.edu/careers. Email us at careercenter@miamioh.edu or give us a call at 513-529-3831. Today, we'll spend a little bit of time talking about how to maximize your network using tools such as LinkedIn, Miami Alumni Connect, and yourself. Some of the important components towards having successful networking interactions are knowing what networking is, understanding the types of networking, and of course, practicing some of those steps. So here's the agenda of what we'll go through in this presentation. And then we hope that if you have questions, you direct them towards some of the contact points that we shared on the initial slides. Networking can look like a lot of things. However, here's a general list of what networking is and how we encourage you to think about it. It's about establishing and maintaining lines of communication with others. It's about those relationships, really how we've maintained them. And so think about all of the people in your life. It's about connecting with others to find those common interests, whether it be hobbies, interests, pets, and having an exchange of information. You learn something, they learn something. And we keep that energy going to make sure that we're expanding our network. In order to visualize your network, you have to visualize people. One person said, understanding the network that is orbiting around you and acting accordingly, that's what building relationships and networking is. You have professional and informal networks, so think about who those people are around you. Maybe there are faculty members that are able to help you really dive in with some good work. There are professional associations that you can get involved in, or perhaps there are some parents, friends, and associates that you know and you have a good relationship with that are able to speak towards your strong work ethic or your dedication to a team or project. There are also people in your home community that you don't ever want to forget about. There might be neighbors or community members that can support you. So what's in it for you? There's a lot in it for you, and there are great benefits when you start to really hone in on how you network well and understand what you get out of it. So networking allows you to tap into the hidden job market. That's the way in which folks are engaging to get people involved in internships and jobs in ways that we might not readily know about. It's about becoming a part of a circle, possibly an inner circle. You have a competitive edge due to the relationships that you've established, because networking is about relationships. You gain visibility for future opportunities, referrals, you increase your work possibilities, and essentially you can make the work search process a little bit shorter. And that's something we all like, right? There's in-person networking. So conferences, symposiums, guest lectures, speakers, workshops, panels, office hours, all events that are happening right on Miami's campus and virtually, you can take advantage of. The short answer is that networking is everywhere. You should always be networking with others in professional settings, whether that is one of those listed here or another space in which you're able to engage in person with people or virtually. It's about the relationships. One way to start the interaction when you're networking with someone is your elevator pitch. It's an expression, a very short expression of who you are as a person to initiate the conversation. The Miami Hello is a great way to think about your elevator pitch. Share your name, your year in school, what you're studying, what your long-term goal is, and what you hope to get out of the interaction. That'll be a nice introduction into a conversation. Have we mentioned that networking is hard for everyone? There are many challenges in being an introvert, which can make the seemingly meaningless small talk feel even more daunting. So here are a few tips and tricks to networking while an introvert. These tips are also applicable in virtual settings, and we encourage you to utilize these notes to maximize your virtual opportunities as well. Allow the follow-up opportunities to let you shine in a one-on-one setting. While you may not shine in a large group, one-on-one settings may allow you to focus on who you are and the other person with you. Prepare your questions. A big part of readiness is just the preparation that you have going into something. So to set your mind at ease, be prepared. Ask for an introduction. Having a friend introduce you is not necessarily frowned upon. So you can take the opportunity to ask a friend to introduce you to that person at that company that you really want to talk to. Focus on meeting 1 to 2 new people. Sometimes we go into a setting and want to meet with 10 to 12, 15 people and get all the business cards we can, but sometimes it's also reasonable to say, let's develop some meaningful connections with 1 to 2 new people, and that's a goal. Be transparent about being introverted. It's challenging, and so it's okay to say, I'm more introverted, however, I'm very interested in this opportunity, and you can engage with others. Do your research. That goes to the preparation. Know who's there. The more that you know who's in the room, the companies, the people, the more comfortable you may feel. And let your nonverbal speak for you. It's okay to not be the most vocal person in the space. As long as you're engaged and you're tapping into your Miami hello and you're getting the information to follow up, you'll be well on your way to successful networking. Speaking of virtual networking, so networking can take place in person, groups, one-on-ones, as well as remotely, phone, email, video chat, online. LinkedIn is just one area. It's the leading professional network on the web. Your LinkedIn profile is an important supplement to your resume. Having a LinkedIn account, a complete LinkedIn profile, allows you to connect with classmates, alumni, faculty, staff, and industry professionals for networking purposes and to find opportunities for internships and full-time positions. We highly recommend it here at the Career Center. In addition to LinkedIn, Miami Alumni Connect is another excellent tool for networking with Miami's strong and dedicated alumni network. We're confident that you'll find alum who are willing to help you connect, mentor, and share their personal experiences with you along the way. A little more about LinkedIn and how to navigate it. Through LinkedIn, search Miami University in the top left-hand corner. On the university page, you can click Alumni, and from there, search where they work, what they do, what they're skilled at, what they studied, and so much more. You can input multiple filters to search for alumni who may be doing what you want to do in the next 5 to 10 years. Or perhaps you interned at a company that you now have your eyes set on. You can find them. Miami Alumni Connect allows alumni to opt in to serve in various capacities for current students. This includes serving as a mentor and a job search supporter. Complete your profile and find your match for Miami alum who would love to support your career journey. And perhaps when you graduate, you'll do the same for someone else. Informational interviews. So you found someone on LinkedIn or Miami Alumni Connect, and the next step is, how do we reach out? When you're making contact with professionals, many times you want to ask for an informational interview or an informational meeting. The goal of this interview is to learn more information about the profession, your contact, and/or the career path, as well as your desired employer or industry. A great informational interview can also lead to your contact going the extra mile in assisting you in your journey. Now let's talk about how to ask for an informational interview using the 5-point email. When you're reaching out to a new contact, you never want to greet them with a full page worth of text that results in an ask. There's a bit of strategy to the ask. You don't want to take up too much of their time, so keep it to fewer than 100 words. Start with your connection. Maybe you both studied psychology or wrote for the Miami Student. This engages the contact and makes them more interested in assisting you. Keep your interest general. If you say that you're interested in dentistry and your contact doesn't practice that kind of medicine, the conversation could be over before it started. Instead, you should generalize your interests. I'm interested in learning more about the health profession. Lastly, never ask your contact for a job or internship in this initial outreach. That could be a huge turnoff at this point. Your only ask at this point should be for a bit of their time to chat and share information. Learn a little bit more about them in the process. Here's an example of a connection request done right. Dear Mr. Goldwater, my name is Michael Jordan, and I'm a senior at Miami University studying American Studies. I'm reaching out to you due to my interest in the sports and entertainment industry. Given our similar academic backgrounds, I was hoping to schedule a 20-minute phone call with you to discuss your experiences and learn more about the nature of the field. I understand that the fall may be busy time for you, so if we're unable to connect, I'm happy to reach out next week, as it may be more convenient. Thanks for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you. Michael Jordan. Interview components. This is what the format of a typical informational interview looks like. When you first get on the line, there's a little bit of small talk that takes place. Be prepared for a tell me about yourself. What have you been up to lately? Or how can I help you today? Question. The actual interview will put you in the driver's seat to ask questions, so you want to have at least 5 prepared and have a pen and pad on you to take notes. The next step, the closing, is where you'll wrap up the call. Be sure to thank the contact for their time and insight. It's always a good idea to send a thank you email or message within 24 hours after you've had time to process and reflect on this new information. In informational interviews and virtually all networking platforms, you are leading the conversation, so you must come prepared with a few engaging questions to help you reach your goal of gaining information. We are big fans of the TIARA framework. TIARA is an acronym for Trends, Insights, Advice, Resources, and Assignments. These are themes that your question should try to get at. See the example on the slide. Trends. How is technology transforming your industry? Insight. What is the best lesson you've learned on the job? Advice. What advice would you give your 20-year-old self? Resources. What tools or software do you use on a day-to-day basis? Assignments. What assignments have you been most excited about? Use this method to help you master informational interviews, and you'll gain plenty of great contacts from your professional network. To sum up some of the experience, here are some do's and don'ts for networking. While this will vary based on in-person or virtual networking, we hope that you greatly benefit from some of these rules of engagement. We want you to bring your authentic self to the conversation, and it's also good to be aware of general expectations in a networking environment. Do maintain good posture. It represents you very well. Shoulders back, posture up, think confidence. Do provide a firm handshake, but not too firm. Show that you're engaged. Do talk positively about yourself, your hobbies, your personal interests, and your passions. We want to know how great you are. While we all have challenges, sometimes it's okay not to talk about those right away. Do follow up. People want to know what you've learned from the environment or the engagement that you've had. What was your takeaway, and how do you want to continue this networking relationship? Do prepare questions. Questions highlight the things that you're interested in and the ways that you might be engaged in the work. Do be mindful of your nonverbals. Sometimes they speak even more loudly than what we verbally communicate. Do ask for what you need. At a certain point, it's okay to ask for what you need, whether it's mentoring or general advice or guidance. And do take breaks. It's okay for you in the networking experience to take a moment to take care of yourself, and we encourage it. Don't chew gum. Don't stare with too much intensity. Don't monopolize the conversation, and don't stand back too much. This requires a bit of balance. If you know you're someone to engage verbally a bit more than others, we have to remind ourselves to bring it back just a little bit. And for those who may like to stand back on the wall, challenge yourself a little bit to share one thing about yourself. Start small. Accomplish those small goals. Don't speak to only one person. Depending on your goal, make sure you just set a goal and try and reach it. Don't drink alcohol. This is a tough one. Sometimes there's alcohol in the space. It's okay to grab a drink if others are grabbing a drink, if you are age appropriate, though I would say keep it to 1 drink maximum. And remember, you don't have to drink the drink. Don't ask how they got their job. Instead, ask about their experience with the job search and what they enjoy about their job. And don't ask for an internship at the start of the networking event. Instead, you want to just learn a little bit more about them, who they are, how they got there, what they find most interesting, what they value in their work. Thank you. And we hope that you learned a little bit more about how to maximize your network and your networking opportunities. Again, this is brought to you by the Center for Career Exploration and Success at Miami University. Feel free to contact us at careercenter@miamioh.edu or check out our website at www.miamioh.edu/careers for more information.